university professional and technical employees. I'm going to talk to you this afternoon about reclasses. The definition of a reclass is performing the work of the next higher classification. For an example, if you're a programmer 1, you can get reclassed to a program analyst 2 or a program advisor 2. As long as you're performing those duties, you are entitled to a reclass. Now let's talk about entitlements. You could be, based on the kind of work that you do, entitled to a reclass. That is very important, and you must keep that in mind. The duties that you might be performing may not be listed anywhere. That does not mean you're not entitled to a reclass. It just means we need to look at what you're doing, try to find out what best fits. If we can't look at any higher classifications that best fit, then we try to map out a job description and a title that fits you best. That is also titled a reclass. The scope of your work must be changed, or must change, I should say, in order for you to have a reclass. If you're doing this particular job and it's in the classification of, let's say, a programmer or a staff research associate 1 or lab assistant 1, and you're doing a lot of it, that doesn't mean the scope of your work has changed. Or since somebody else has not come to work in the last 5 months and you have to take on their duties, that does not entitle you to a reclass. It just means you're doing extra work, and there's other ways we can address that. From my experiences here in Irvine, a lot of employees have been misclassified, meaning they have you in a classification that doesn't fit the job you're performing. And what that means is you may be a lab assistant 1, but you're conducting your own experiments. You could actually be publishing your work. That would entitle you to a reclass, and you've had this job since day 1. Or you actually could be the lab manager and you could be a lab assistant 2. So we would definitely be able to assist you in obtaining a reclass. The qualifications of a reclass: be doing the work. Now, I've said that before, and I want to re-emphasize that. If you're doing the work of that next higher classification, the university will recognize that. And there's other ways to address it if they don't grant you your reclass, but more often than not, they're going to give you your reclass because you are doing that work of that classification. Be a good employee. Whatever, please be a good employee. And what I mean by that is no excessive absences, no excessive write-ups. Be the type of employee that commands the reclass and attention that you need. Out of class. The reason for this topic is that there's a difference between out of class and reclass. Out of class could be a temporary assignment. No, Michael, we want you to work doing this, and it's a 30-day project, and we're going to pay you for those 30 days. That does not give me a reclass. That just gives me out of class pay for a certain time period. And that's very important. That does not entitle you to a reclass. That's just out of class, and you can't be compensated for that, as well as you should be according to our collective bargaining agreement. You could be entitled to out of class pay for the work you do, even if it's not listed anywhere. Keep that in mind. That is very important. How to get your reclass? Well, I'm glad you asked. Contact the UPTE office and staff and would be more than willing to assist you in obtaining your reclass. Thank you. Good luck. See you soon.